What's up, everyone? So today we are doing a reading for information about your future spouse. So this has been probably the most requested reading that I've ever gotten. Um, I've never done anything like it before either, so it'll be really fun and really interesting. I'm hoping to try and see what we can suss out. Um, Anyway, we're going to be doing 4 piles. Oh, and I should probably do the disclaimer, though it's probably unnecessary. This is obviously going to be very, very heavily romantically focused. It will lean very, very heavily romantically. If that's not something you're interested in, please don't be afraid to skip this reading. I will come back with something much more broad the next time around, I promise. Um, anyway, with that out of the way, we're going to be doing 4 piles. Pile number 1 is going to be the 3 of spades. Pile number 2 is going to be the ace of spades. Pile number 3 is going to be the king of spades. And pile number 4 is going to be the jack of diamonds. All right. And I'm not quite sure what the communal energy could be for something like this, but let's check it out anyway. We've got the 2 of diamonds. So the 2 of diamonds is indicative of 2 of pentacles energy. That means 2 things. 1, this is going to be a very balanced relationship. For the community, you're going to find a very balanced relationship with your spouse. This is someone who you can talk to about very personal matters, as well as someone who you can trust to hold down the household when you're not feeling very well. Like, this is going to be a very give and take relationship. 2, this is someone who will choose you over, they'll choose their family and their home life over their work life. You will be priority in this person's life as far as those kinds of dynamics go. All right, and that's what I've got for the community. Let's go over the piles one more time. That's the 3 of spades with pile number 1, the ace of spades for pile number 2, the king of spades for pile number 3, and the jack of diamonds for pile number 4. All right, and starting off with pile number 1 and the 3 of spades. This is someone who will make you feel better at your lowest points. It is a really lovely energy. Someone who can make you smile when you're feeling like you're going to cry, or someone who can make you smile while you're crying even. For some of you, definitely not all of you, but for some of you, this is someone you already know. If that's the case, there's a really big chance that this is an ex of some sort. But that's definitely only going to be for some of you. I'm not feeling that as like a broad scope sort of thing. Someone funny. This is going to be someone funny, someone witty. I'm getting someone witty, someone with like dry humor. Or on the other end of that, someone who's really into like puns and dad jokes. Like, this is someone with a very, very specific flavor of humor, but they are very, very funny within their own flavor of humor. Likely the kind of person who would try to make you laugh while you're crying. I am getting that this is someone shy, though. Like, upon meeting this person, for some of you, again, you will have met this person, but for some of you, upon meeting this person, and even for some of you who have met this person already, you might have memories of meeting this person like this. They're very shy. They're very shy. They're not the kind of person who feels super confident first approaching you or first approaching the person that they're interested in. If they were the first person to approach you, it's likely that you noticed that they were very nervous, like they weren't very good at hiding it. All right. What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? Yeah, definitely someone who doesn't always quite know what to say, but they try. This is the energy of someone who really tries. They really want to make you feel happy. They really want to make you feel comfortable. Definitely the kind of energy of someone who really wants to be able to comfort you when you're not feeling your best. They might not always know exactly what to say, but they always, always will try. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles, to match that Two of Pentacles energy that we got with the collective. This is someone who will not only be very good at give and take in this relationship will be very balanced. This is also someone who will choose you over their work life. And so in this particular Two of Pentacles, the pilot is supposed to be fixing his plane because this is a life or death situation. He needs to get out of the middle of the desert. He has like 7 days of water and like little to no food. He needs to figure his way out of the desert. The little prince is surprisingly and miraculously not worried about that kind of thing at all. What he's worried about is a rose on a planet far away and a picture of a sheep. And he wants to listen, or he wants to tell the pilot about this sheep and about this rose. And he wants the pilot to tell him about what he's asking about. Like, he's asking about whether or not the sheep will eat the rose, basically. He's very, very concerned about this. And the pilot is very, very uninterested at first. And then the prince gets really emotional about it, and the pilot like puts down what he's doing and starts to focus on him. He hands him a picture. They start exchanging, you know what I mean? This is someone who will choose you and will choose comforting you, especially over almost anything else in their life. You will take very high priority in their life. I'm getting, if you have children, this is definitely the kind of person who will put your family and your household above their work life indiscriminately. Definitely a very home energy. I'm getting King of Cups energy, someone very, very in touch with their emotions, very, very in touch with how they feel and not ashamed of it at all. And someone who is very comfortable in their own body, I'm getting. Like, I try to lean away from physical descriptions just because this is a general reading. But this is definitely the energy of like a teddy bear, someone very cuddly. I get like dad bod energy. That might be why dad energy is coming through so strong just in general. This is someone who would make a very good father, a very good parent of some sort. If you're not interested in that kind of thing, this is someone who takes care of other living things very well. Plants, animals, you. And the Three of Wands. Now, this Three of Wands is literally the prince taking care of his home planet. Again, this is someone who is very good at taking care of their home and very good at keeping a very stable household. The 2 to the 3 is also indicative of the fact that this is a person who wants to progress forward with you. This isn't someone who stagnates, which is a little bit surprising, frankly, with someone who comes through so hard as like this, someone who can be a little bit of a homebody, basically. Like at their I'm getting I keep hearing at their lowest. Like, this is someone who, when they're depressed, they don't like going out. They turn into like a very big homebody. You'll need to get them to like get up and get moving again. And that kind of energy, that kind of motion will actually encourage them to get back into life and like leave the depression that they were feeling behind. This is someone who, when they stagnate like that, it makes them sad. Like, they need the constant motion to be happy. They need the forward progress to really feel like they're accomplishing things in life. You know what I mean? So this is someone who wants to progress with you. This is someone who wants to move forward with you, who wants to see active progression with you, someone who wants to build a legacy with you. And we've got the Hermit energy. Now, Hermit energy is Virgo energy with that 6th house energy. Again, this is someone who is very routine, who likes things very routine. I'm getting that this is someone who doesn't really like surprises. They really like knowing what's going on. They like open and honest communication. This is someone who trusts you, who will trust you quite a bit. Someone who, if you need space, if you need time away from them, whether that means like going out with friends, or like you need them or they need you to go out with friends so they can have the house to themselves, like, this is someone who they trust you quite a bit. They'll give you whatever space that you need to feel better, and they won't question why you need it or what you need it for. Like, they really trust you and they really want you to feel happy and comfortable. And they understand, they're very understanding. This is someone who's very empathetic, very understanding. They understand that you can love someone with all your heart and still need some time away from them. And they trust you there. They trust you to be faithful to them. They trust you to continue to love them, just in general. You know what I mean? Someone very, very secure in the relationship that you guys have. And we've got the Ace of Cups. This relationship will always feel very youthful. This is someone who really wants to put in the effort to making this relationship feel young and fresh and youthful. They want you to wake up every morning and still feel like it's the honeymoon phase. This is a person who doesn't ever want to let go of the honeymoon phase between the two of you. Not in the sense of wanting to like chase honeymoon phases, but in the sense of they want every day to be like a honeymoon for the two of you. They want to wake up in the morning every day and smile at you and have you smile back. Like, this is somebody who wants every day with you to be a gift and sees every day with you as a gift. And this is the kind of person who falls readily in love with you over and over and over again. Very strong romantic energy. This is someone who, again, is very in tune with themselves. They're very in tune with who they are, and they're not afraid to express their emotions. And especially when it comes to you, this person just has a lot of love to express. It's very cute. It's very cute energy. This is definitely someone who's very in love with you, and someone who never quite loses that sense of like butterflies in their stomach. Like, there's literally butterflies on this card. Like, this person always will feel a little bit of butterflies in their stomach around you. They'll always feel a little bit of nervousness around you, not because they don't trust you or anything like that, not even because they're not comfortable with you, but because they are just so in love with you, and they like that. They like feeling like that. They like feeling like you are their soulmate. If you are the kind of person who believes in that kind of thing, I'm getting that this is definitely the kind of person who believes in soulmates. This person definitely feels like, or will feel like, you are their soulmate. And the King of Cups. I had a feeling the King of Cups was going to come out. I think I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, this is definitely King of Cups energy. This is someone who is very, very in tune with their emotions. He's got a hand over his heart here. This is someone who knows what he wants and knows what will calm and soothe his heart. I keep saying his. Regardless of how this person identifies, they're very, very extroverted. Like, this is the kind of person who it's special that they recognize that you might need time alone to recuperate and recover, like regardless of how much you love them or they love you, like they understand you might need some time alone. That's special because this is a person who never needs time alone. This is a person who really, really likes being around other people, is very extroverted, has very, very loud, boisterous energy, even if they themselves are not very loud and boisterous. This is someone who's very readily in the center of attention very often. You know what I mean? People watch this person, people look to this person, they become the center of attention very, very easily, is what I'm getting. Them understanding that you might need space is important to note because they will never need space from you. They've got extremely extroverted energy. When I keep referencing him, that is what I mean. This person has extremely, extremely extroverted. I would even go so far as to say dominant energy. Like they can be a very dominating force in the room. If you are someone who's a little bit more low-key, that might be an issue that you guys run into. Or maybe not even an issue that you run into, just kind of a feature of the relationship. Like you complement each other very well because one of you is incredibly extroverted and one of you is more introverted. Yin and yang, you know what I mean? Regardless of how this person identifies, though, that is why I keep saying him. That's kind of the energy that keeps coming through. And we've got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Two aces. This person really does love new beginnings. This person loves starting new things. This is someone who really likes having like fun hobbies, and I'm getting like someone who can be a little bit of a nerd. Not necessarily a traditional nerd, but this is someone who, when they're into something, they're into something. They like really, they know what they're talking about. They've done the research. They're super into it. Hobbies for them can turn into a little bit of like a hyperfixation thing sometimes. The Ace of Swords is also indicative of the fact that this is someone who's very intelligent. More so than very intelligent, this is someone who really likes to... This is someone who really likes to know what's going on around them, first of all, and is very inquisitive, very curious, both logically and more mundanely. Like, again, they like to know what's going on around them. They'll ask questions. They might come off a little bit nosy. I'm getting that they don't really mean to, though. They're just curious. Like, this is a person who's just kind of curious, and they're very open about what they're doing. I'm getting that this is the energy of someone who's pretty open about what they've got going on. So they don't really, they have to remind themselves, I'm getting sometimes, that like not everyone is like that. All right, what more can we know, please, about your future spouse? What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? Very down to earth. This is someone very, very down to earth. Again, very empathetic, very understanding person. And we've got Hitmonlee, earth type. Athletic, talented fighter, dedicated trainer. And so athletic comes out the most there, so does dedicated trainer. This is someone who, they're very physically fit. Regardless of how their body looks, regardless of how they come off visually initially. This is someone who their physical fitness and their physical health is a priority to them. They do focus on that kind of thing. It does matter to them what they eat, how they exercise, how they're sleeping. Like, they focus on their physical health, and they actually care about that kind of thing quite a bit. And we've got Cubone. Knows how to comfort others, smiles through tough times, unconventionally attractive. Knows how to comfort others, stands out the most there. That's how we started your reading. Again, this is definitely someone who they know how to comfort other people. They're very, very empathetic. And it's very important to them to comfort you because they are so caring, because they have such a nurturing streak in them. The person who they care the most about very naturally tops their list on who they want to comfort, who they want to make feel safe and seen. This is someone who cares about you and will care about you so much. Smiles through tough times. This is also potentially someone who their empathy comes from a place of having gone through some rather tough times themselves. They are, sorry, they are, it's likely that they're the kind of people who you'd be shocked what they've gone through in their life. They're very, very happy-go-lucky people that have rather tragic backstories. And we've got Paris. Excellent cook, good medic, caretaker. And so caretaker stands out the most there, but so does excellent cook. Excellent cook with that 3 of Wands, taking care of taking care of the household energy. This is someone again who, regardless of, they're not traditional in how they view like masculine and feminine roles. Basically, they are more than comfortable doing either traditional aspect, basically, even though this person I'm getting would identify more as like a masculine presence, definitely more of an extroverted presence. Excellent cook though, they'll be very good at cooking. That does keep standing out. They'll be very, very good at cooking. And we've got Seal. Adventurous, adaptable, loves the cold. Now, adventurous and adaptable stand out there the most, though this could be potentially someone who's from an area that is cold, like the actual like place they're from has cold weather most of the year. Adventurous comes out though. Again, this is someone who I think we mentioned towards the beginning of your reading. They like to progress. They like seeing progress. They like having new beginnings. They like starting new things. They aren't someone who shies away from challenges either. Kind of person that really likes puzzles. All right, what more can we know, please, about your future spouse? All right, and we've got Yandere. Obsessive and possessive, cannot take no for an answer, prone to delusional behavior, prone to idealization, refuses to see the flaws in what they love. So that last one sticks out the most there, prone to idealization and refuses to see the flaws in what they love. This is someone who throughout this entire reading has very much shown that they will, this came out right over the 2 of Pentacles, in fact. Like, this is the energy of someone who has no problem prioritizing you and prioritizing your relationship and your love over everything else in their life. And that can potentially be an issue. Like, this is the kind of person who might have issues with like cutting off their friends, not on purpose, but like almost accidentally, because they start focusing all of their energy on you when they first meet you. Like, finding that kind of balance, the balance between keeping you in their life and also keeping up all of the other relationships in their life, that can be kind of challenging for this person. Again, they're very good at respecting your space. They trust you a ton. But this is definitely the kind of person who, if they're not careful, they can fall into the trap of believing that all they really need in this world is you. And if they do, they'll kind of accidentally fall by the wayside as far as like their friends and family goes. They might need the reminder that they need to keep up other relationships in their life as well, because it's not healthy to only have one person in your life. And we've got mad scientist, extremely intelligent, progressive, ambitious, confident, hard worker, thinks outside the box. So extremely intelligent with that Ace of Swords energy again. This person is very, very intelligent. And all of those positive traits, I feel like they've come out individually throughout this reading as well. Hard worker, progressive, ambitious, confident. This is someone who's ambitious and confident enough to always be starting new things and always be moving forward with new things, right? And this is also someone who is progressive enough to want to continue to move forward with these new things. Someone who's a hard worker enough to take on these new things in their life. You know what I mean? And we've got the caregiver. Always wants to care for those they love, acts of service is love language, unwaveringly loyal to those they love, kill them with kindness mentality. It sums up everything that we've said thus far about this person. They are a massive, massive caregiver, and they're going to want to focus all of that energy on you without a doubt. Definitely someone who it's good that they trust you, and it's good that they know how to back off, because they might need to be told or reminded that, like, you do need space. And when you do tell them that, they'll take it in stride and they'll back off, but they might need the reminder to do so. And we've got damsel in distress, needs to be rescued, can't be alone, easily depressed, prone to sadness, self-victimizing, needs to be validated, shallow, lacks depth. So needs to be rescued and can't be alone stick out the most there. Again, this is someone who they might have a little bit of an issue with, like, going from relationship to relationship. This is someone who has a little bit of a in love with love mentality. They are fully and totally in love with the person that they're with, and they will be fully and totally in love with you. But they don't necessarily like to be alone. This isn't someone who spent a whole lot of their time single or by themselves in their adult life. And easily depressed. We already talked about that. This is definitely someone who, if they're not constantly moving forward, if they're not seeing progress in their life, they can get a little bit depressed. They can fall by the wayside as far as their mental health goes. They might need your help with directing them in that way. But again, this will be a very, very give and take relationship, so it makes sense that you would be taking care of them, because this is definitely someone who wants nothing more than to take care of you. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, and we are on pile number 2 with the Ace of Spades. So already I'm getting that this is someone who is a little bit of a risk taker. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a risk taker. For some of you, this is going to be someone who's a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Definitely someone who's very brave, very confident, and can be a little bit of a act first, think later person. I am getting very suave vibes, though. This is someone very, very cool, very classy. Alright, what more can we know, please, about your future spouse? Alright, and we've got the King of Cups. Now, I'm getting really strong Scorpio energy here. This is someone who, again, very suave, very cool, classy, very mysterious. And I'm getting that this is someone who likes to come off that way, like puts in the effort to come off that way. This is someone who, at their heart, is like a massive teddy bear, big heart of gold, but they enjoy coming off as like a cool, mysterious person. His hand is over his heart right there, like almost like he's covering it. Again, this is someone who they like to play their cards very close to their chest. They like people to see what they like other people to see. They don't like feeling vulnerable. They don't like feeling exposed. They like showing other people what they're comfortable showing other people and having their privacy otherwise. And this is definitely someone who likes their privacy. It'll be very special when, like, I'm getting like this is the kind of person who, like, they don't really have people over to their house very often. Like, their house is like a private place that's very special to them and only them, period, end of story. And we've got the Five of Wands. Very competitive. This is definitely someone who is very, very competitive. I'm getting athletic too. Regardless of build, this is somebody who is very, very athletic, very physically fit. This is someone who I'm getting physical fitness though is almost like an afterthought for them. They just like feeling competition. Like, this is someone who regardless of how old they are, they might still like go down to like the Y and like shoot hoops with other people, play pickup games. Like, this is someone who might join like an adult league for sports or something like that. Like, this is someone who has a bit of a competitive streak. This is someone who's very competitive. And I am getting that it is a healthy competition, though. The fact that it's the Five of Wands that came out and not the Five of Swords. This is definitely healthy competition mode. This is definitely the kind of energy where they don't like to lose by any means, but they're not going to ruin friendships over anything. They're not going to lose their mind or lose their temper, more importantly, just because they haven't won. I am getting that this is someone who might like sports for some of you, regardless of how this person identifies. This is someone who might very much like watching sports. Between the Ace of Spades as your pile card and the Five of Wands coming out, for some of you, this is someone who will like gambling. This is someone who won't have issue with taking those kinds of risks or chasing that kind of adrenaline. Thus far, there's no reason to believe that there's any kind of like problem with that, though. This is just someone who likes adrenaline. This is someone who likes taking risks, who likes living on the edge, you know what I mean? Regardless of what living on the edge means for them individually, because it will mean something different for everyone, right? And we've got the Six of Pentacles. Now, the 5 to the 6, this is someone who takes calculated risks. Just because they like to take risks does not mean that they enjoy losing. They take calculated risks, and the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And I am getting with the Six of Pentacles, this is someone who Lady Luck very much likes. They are used to getting their way. They're used to things working out in their favor. This is someone who's definitely got a little bit of a lucky streak on their side. I'm getting when you meet this person, that will be very apparent in how they walk, talk, hold themselves, move. This is someone who has a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger. Like, they are not ashamed of who they are at all. They're very happy with who they are. Basically, this is someone who's not going to change for anyone else. They will very much approach you with a "this is me, take it or leave it" attitude. And I'm getting that that is really appealing, honestly. Like, I'm getting that this person, they're good at putting their best foot forward. Again, they like people seeing what they like people seeing what they like people seeing. This is someone who really, really likes to keep their private life separate from their public life, right? And so this is definitely someone who they like to put their best foot forward, and they will definitely do that when approaching you. I am getting that this is someone who's very respectable. They hold themselves with a lot of respect. They respect themselves, which means automatically that they hold you in high regard because they have interest in you. This is a person who, because they value themselves very highly, their interest in you will automatically make them value you very highly. They will see you as extremely high value. and they will approach you like you're someone who's extremely high value. This is also someone who, regardless of how they like to hold themselves, again, their big heart, that teddy bear energy, it will come out when you meet them. It will come out upon getting to know them. Look at the look on his face with that blush, how he's staring at the pilot. Like, this is someone who you will bring out the childishness in them. You will bring out the like little kid crush energy in them. This person will do their best to continue to be suave and mysterious around you, but that energy will crack very quickly, and you will very quickly see that they have a massive heart of gold. This is the kind of person who, they may have gone through especially bad romantic, like past romances. Um, they might have a little bit of baggage in that regard. Um, and that might be part of why they like to hold themselves back. Because there is, again, this sense that when they first meet you, they're going to hold themselves back. When they first meet anyone, they hold themselves back, really. It's because they've gone all the way out on a limb with someone before. They've already put themselves out there like that before. And it hasn't been rewarding in the past. So now they're a lot more restrained with how they approach other people. They don't, especially other people who they're interested in, like, this is someone who doesn't like rejection. They for sure do not like rejection. They don't like losing. They don't like rejection. They don't like to feel like they're not good enough. So they won't put themselves out there to be rejected right away. It'll take a second for them to like really warm up to you and show you that they've got this massive heart of gold, and it's all yours for the taking if you want it. Like, the Six of Pentacles is also indicative of charity work or mutual aid work of some sort. This is someone very generous. I'm getting someone who likes nice things, but likes everyone to have nice things. This is someone who I'm getting doesn't really have issue with money. With the King card starting off and the Six of Pentacles right at the center of that 5-card spread, I am definitely getting that this is someone who does not have much issue with money at all. But they are very, very generous. They're very generous with their time. They're very generous with their energy, and most notably, they're very generous with their money, with their finances. They like kids too. I'm getting that this is someone who is surprisingly creative, and the word surprisingly does come out there. They are surprisingly creative, and I'm getting that it is kind of surprising how much they like children. This is someone who likes kids and probably likes animals as well. Likes small things that are rather innocent. Like things that like some people might consider to be annoying, this person actually really likes. They like the fact that they're small, cute. And I'm getting just like the vibe of like enjoying being around children, you know what I mean? Like, this is a person who really is good with kids. And the Page of Wands coming out, a page coming out right away. Yeah, definitely someone who's good with kids. The Page of Wands is also indicative of very adventurous energy with that adrenaline junkie energy coming back. This is someone who, again, loves to travel, loves to put themselves out there. I'm getting that it might be surprising that they're good with kids, because I don't think that this person wants children of their own. Like, I think that's why it was like such a big deal right then that this person's good with kids and good with animals, because this is definitely the energy of someone who likes to travel and really likes to see things and adventure places. So it's difficult for them to have things that rely on them in that way, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that this is someone who is really interested in having kids. I don't think that this is someone who has like pets of their own. This is definitely the energy of like the rich auntie or uncle who like spoils rotten everybody else's kids during Christmas time and during birthdays and stuff like that, and has all of these fun stories to tell from all around the world. Like, This is a super, super fun person who really likes to live life and really likes to experience life and everything that life has to offer. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen and King, and they're both compatible suits with the water and earth there. This is someone who will definitely see you as their perfect other half. I'm getting that this is a person who believes in soulmates. This will be someone who believes in that kind of thing. And they will see you as their perfect other half. Again, this is the energy of love at first sight. I keep coming back to the way he's looking at him with his hands in his with his face in his hands like that, and the blush on his cheeks. Like, this is someone who they will know right off the bat that they are incredibly attracted to you and that they really, really must have your attention. And I get the feeling that it'll be pretty obvious to you. Regardless of how you identify, you are definitely coming off as the Queen of Pentacles here, with that long-term Capricorn energy, with that kind of like high-end Capricorn energy, that 10th house Capricorn energy, right? You have standards, you have values that must be met, and I'm getting that this is a person who is going to be willing to meet those standards, to meet those values, to prove to you that they are good enough for you. The way that she's focusing on her coin right there, I'm taking very literally. I just keep hearing focus on your coin. Like, this is someone who you're going to meet at a time in your life when you're not really interested, I'm getting, in like being in a relationship. And they're going to have to prove to you that they're worth the extra energy, because you'll be very focused on other things in your life. You're not going to want to be distracted by anyone or anything. And this person is going to have to prove to you that they are more than just a distraction. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. They are definitely a hard worker, though. This is someone who respects the hustle. They will not demand more of your time than you're willing to give. They're not going to try and make you pick between them and like a career or job or anything like that. This is a person who really understands and respects the hustle. And they really admire the fact that you are such a hard worker, because they see themselves as a very hard worker as well. And we've got Bulbasaur, protective, natural caregiver, and sun-loving. So sun-loving actually stands out the most there. This is definitely someone who likes vacations, likes to take time off, likes to maybe party a little bit. Sorry about that. That was a phone call I had to take. Anyway, protective and natural caregiver also stand out there, especially with that Six of Pentacles energy. Again, this is someone who really likes to give. This is a person who really enjoys giving, and that does kind of naturally, they like to see people taken care of. They enjoy taking care of people, and they like to see people taken care of. This is definitely someone who will enjoy taking care of you. I'm getting the energy of someone who will like to spoil you. This is someone who places, this is the energy of someone who doesn't have issues with their physical and material possessions. Like, they're very well off, basically. They don't have those kinds of issues. And so spoiling you comes kind of naturally. I'm getting it'll come kind of naturally. And we've got Poliwag, resilient, loves the water, and cute. Cute stands out there to match that King of Cups energy. This is definitely someone who's I'm getting like baby face energy. Regardless of how this person looks, though, they're going to have a very cute personality. They're going to be someone who I'm getting is very, very fun loving. All right. What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? All right. And we've got Venonat with easily misunderstood and shy. So easily misunderstood, I'm getting, and it comes out with that competitive energy. I'm getting that this person is actually going to be very shy at their core. Like, again, this is someone who they like to come off as rather mysterious. They like to come off, I'm getting that they enjoy being misunderstood. Like, they like it that people don't necessarily catch that they're shy. They like it that people don't necessarily catch that they've got this really big heart. They enjoy coming off as someone who you shouldn't mess with. Like, this is a person who I'm getting has been burnt before. They've been burnt by other people before. So they've got a certain amount of spikes that they use themselves for protection. It's not, I'm getting that they consider it to be a privilege to get to know them on a really intimate personal level. They don't let just anyone do that. And it's going to be very special for them when they allow you to get to know them more intimately. That's how they're going to, I'm getting that's how they're going to really understand that, like, you really are their other half. Like, this is a person who believes in love at first sight, is definitely going to feel like they have that love at first sight moment with you. And when they start opening up to you and it starts being reciprocated, I'm getting that they are going to feel really convinced that you are their other half. You are the person who is meant for them. And we've got Horsey, easily frightened and easily swayed. That's so funny. Again, this is someone who doesn't like people to see them sweat. They like being misunderstood. They like the fact that people don't necessarily catch that they might not be as confident in themselves, because that's where I'm getting with easily frightened. Not so much easily frightened as easily, because this is still a person who loves adrenaline. This is still a person who's very, very brave. When I think easily frightened, I think more, this is a person who they're not as confident in themselves around other people as they would like to be. And they don't like it when other people catch that they don't have the confidence that they like to portray themselves to have. This is someone who's very naturally shy, someone who's very naturally kind of a teddy bear. And they don't like people knowing that about themselves because, again, I feel like it's been used against them before. People have taken advantage of them like that before. And we've got Ponyta, quick learner, quick thinker, quick on the feet. So quick on the feet, again, this is someone who's very athletic. This is definitely going to be someone who physical activity, athleticism, it matters a whole lot to them. They take a lot of pride in their own physical activity, their own abilities physically. Quick learner and quick thinker, this is definitely someone who's very intelligent. This is going to be someone who is very adaptable in almost any situation. I'm getting very, very, very go with the flow energy. This is a person who doesn't have a hard time adapting to new situations. I'm getting that this is the energy of someone who's really shy just in general. So when they're trying to put themselves outside of their comfort zone, they push themselves outside of their comfort zone really far, actually. Like, again, they like it's like a secret. It's like a well-kept secret that this person is very, very shy, that this person isn't necessarily as confident as they might come off as. And we've got Pidgey, good homekeeper, good with directions, and adventurous. Adventurous sticking out the most there with, again, that adrenaline energy. Almost like a reminder, this person likes to have fun just because they don't necessarily have all the confidence in the world and all the swagger that they portray themselves to have does not mean that they are not as adventurous as they come off. This person loves adventure. This person really likes to have a good time. We've got ESFJ, extroversion. Again, this is someone who really does like to put themselves out there. Even if they don't necessarily like to put themselves out there, this is a person who they will put themselves out there. Again, they will push past their comfort zone. They enjoy pushing past their comfort zone because they like what comes with pushing past it. And we've got feeling, sensing, and judging. Guardian, conscientious, responsible, organized. Provider, detail-oriented, works well with people. warm-hearted, dislikes conflict, empathetic and loyal, puts others ahead of themselves, value-oriented. Yeah, all of those seem very, very lovely, coinciding with everything that we've said so far. Provider stands out the most there. Again, this person is going to really like to spoil you. This is someone who's going to want to take care of you financially and financially and materially. They put a lot of pride in their ability to do that, to like safeguard the people they care about in that way. We've got the warrior fighter, brave, willing to risk it all for the cause, mentally, physically, and spiritually tough, willing to do what it takes to work hard to win, persistent, hard to kill. Yeah, this is someone who, despite their own reservations, despite the fact that they might not be the most confident person in the entire world, they will always push past. They will always endure. This is someone who is very, very brave and loves new experiences. Fighter, this is also someone who will fight for you and fight for your attention. For some of you, this is going to be someone that you meet when you are not available, or when you are not necessarily like, I'm getting not necessarily not available, but like not interested. Like, you're not going to be super interested in like dating. You're not going to be like looking for anyone. And this is going to be a person who is going to try and get your attention. They're going to actively try to court you. And the word court does come to mind. There is something very traditional about how this person would want to like approach you and want to like start something with you or get your attention. And we've got yandere, unorthodox personality, loyal to a fault, devoted entirely to the things and people they love, romantic and prone to daydreaming, tendencies towards addiction. Yeah, this person is definitely the kind of person who gets very, very caught up in the things that they care about, very, very caught up in the things that they love. I'm getting, again, with that love at first sight energy. This is someone who will get caught up in your whirlwind very, very easily. They're going to fall head over heels in love with you very quickly, I'm getting. And that's kind of what they want. This person wants that. They want a fairy tale romance, romantic. This is definitely the kind of person who is incredibly romantic. I'm getting almost the kind of energy that, like, regardless of how this person identifies, they've imagined like proposing, or they've like imagined what their dream family would be like, or what their perfect house would be like with their perfect partner. Like, this is the kind of person who has had those questions before and has wanted those answers before. And we've got the rebel outlaw, goes against traditional thinking, independent thinker, willing to fight for what's right, even against impossible odds, underdog, revolutionary, wants to change the world. Wants to change the world stands out the most there, actually. This is someone with very lofty ideals. Like, this is someone who has, part of why they push themselves outside of their comfort zone is because they have really high standards for themselves. This is going to be someone who has very high standards for themselves, who thinks of themselves in very high regard as far as that kind of thing goes. And because they value themselves so much, they will value you even more. This is someone who, again, they hold themselves in rather high regard because they hold themselves to very high standards. Because they're interested in you, they will see you as even more than that. They'll see you as even higher than that. This is definitely the kind of person who, again, wants to spoil you, wants to take care of you, wants to prove that they can spoil you and take care of you. It's very, very, we'll go with the word luxurious vibes. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, and we are on pile number 3 with the King of Spades. So the King of Spades is Aquarius energy. Already we've got someone who is a very, I'm getting big thinker, someone who's rather inventive. I'm getting really classic Aquarius vibes, honestly. Someone who's very for the community. They can be rather unorthodox. I'm getting like a little bit of mad scientist vibes, honestly. This is someone who's a very forward thinker, very, very progressive person. and someone who cares. They've got a very big heart. They really care about the community. I am getting that this is someone who can be rather unorthodox in how they show how they care. Um, very, very unique in how they show their care to other people. I am getting someone who is rather introverted, though. Not necessarily, like, afraid to talk to other people, but someone who is very comfortable by themselves. Like, it will be special when they meet you. They'll know that you're special when they meet you, because they want to spend time with you. They want to have you come into their private quarters. They want to have you be involved with the things that they're doing. All right. What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? I'm getting, like, driving around vibes almost. This person is definitely go with the flow. This is someone who's very, very go with the flow. Um, they are very laid back. Their head can be in the clouds a little bit. I am getting, like, daydreamer energy. This is someone who likes music too. This is definitely someone who has appreciation for art. Strong music vibes coming through. This is someone who enjoys those kinds of things in life. Very artistic, very creative. And we've got the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. This is someone who, I'm getting two things. One, this is someone who's rather lucky. They are, we'll say, used to getting what they want. They are not used to being told no by any means. Two, this is also the card where the little prince realizes that just because there are other roses in the world doesn't mean that his rose is not special. In fact, his rose is special specifically because she is his rose. This is someone who is very, very loyal. Once they set their eyes on you, their eyes will not budge. They will not look anywhere else at anyone else. This is definitely someone who is a huge romantic, and they're looking for that kind of fairy tale romance. They're looking for that kind of, like, perfect dream come true romance. And since they're used to getting what they want, especially when it comes to, like, wish fulfillment stuff, frankly, when they see you, they go without fear. I'm getting that this is someone who is going to approach you very calmly and very straightforwardly. This is someone who doesn't really beat around the bush. I'm definitely getting that this is someone who's very straightforward. They don't really beat around the bush. They would be very straightforward with the fact that they are interested in you and would like to get to know you better because of that. And we've got the Five of Wands. Now, this is someone who I'm getting is a little bit of a rebel with a cause. They are willing to fight against things that they see to be unfair. This is someone who I'm getting, like, justice card vibes. This is someone who has very strong morals and very strong beliefs, and they hold both themselves and the people around them to rather high standards. I'm getting that's part of why they fall so heavily in love with you. There's something about how you operate that meshes very, very well with them. They hold you in incredibly high moral regard, basically. They could never be with someone who they didn't think was, like, a morally sound person. And, like, that'll mean different things for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, but regardless of what it means for everyone, this person, their standards, you top all of them. You would have to for them to look at you in the regard that they're going to look at you in. Very activist vibes as well. This is someone who has very strong opinions and is not afraid to share them, and someone who isn't afraid to fight for what they believe in. And we've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, definitely someone who's not afraid to fight for what they believe in and isn't afraid to put in the work to take care of, I'm getting the people that they care about, but also just in general, the community. This is someone who, very Aquarius vibes again, very for the community vibes. This is someone who really likes to be involved with things, likes to take care of people. The Seven of Wands here is indicated or is depicted by the lamplighter. And the lamplighter in the story is someone who initially lit the lamp and then put it out when the planet was very big. And then the planet shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. And as the planet got smaller, the rotations got faster. So it got to the point where the lamplighter spends all of his time lighting and putting out the lamp basically immediately because the world turns so quickly. But he stays and he is dedicated to his duty because that is what he said he would do for his planet and for his community. This is someone who is incredibly dedicated to the community, who really, really cares about the people around them. I'm getting someone who might have a little bit of an alternative vibe, might be a part of like a niche community of some sort, a community that maybe has less rights than other communities. Regardless of the situation, this is someone who is a part of a community and has beliefs that they hold dear and that they are willing to fight for. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. That this is someone who sees success in what they do fight for. This isn't someone who fights a losing game. Again, this is someone who's used to their dreams coming true. They're used to seeing miracles happen. And I'm getting that this is someone who, when you get to know them, as you get to know them, you'll find people who have stories of miracles happening around them. Like, this is the kind of person who is used to getting what they want and is used to being able to celebrate things, basically. You know what I mean? Like, look how celebratory he is in this picture. And I'm definitely getting that this is someone who likes to celebrate things. This is someone who likes to party. I'm getting block party energy almost. This is someone who likes to throw big parties. This is someone who likes to have the community around, who likes to have everyone having a good, fun time. This is a good party host for sure. Someone who throws banging parties and someone who really cares about how all of the people there are having, like what kind of time they're all having. This is someone who wants people to have fun, who wants people to feel comfortable, and who wants to celebrate with other people. A win for this person is a win for everyone around them. They are very, very caring. They're very, very loving. And they put the people who they care about at the head of everything that they do. That's why when they meet you and they decide that you are their person, you will be at the pinnacle of their life in everything that they do. They'll want you to meet all of their friends. They'll want you at all of their functions. They'll want to see you at your workplace. They'll want to support you in everything that you do. They'll want you there to support them in everything that they do. I'm definitely getting that this is someone who, I'm getting an academic more than anything else. Someone who is used to going for higher things. Specifically, I'm getting higher learning, but that'll be very specific for some of you. Just in general, this is a person who doesn't like to stagnate. They like to go higher, they like to go bolder, they like to go further in everything that they do. And they want you to support them in that. They want a partner who's going to support them in that because they want to support you in absolutely everything that you do. They want to be there for everything that you have going on, and they want to be able to cheer you on through all of it. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles, going back to that energy of they will pick you over everything else. The Two of Pentacles here is depicted by the pilot giving his attention to the little prince instead of to his plane. Now, in the story, the plane is broken and the pilot needs to fix it so he can survive. He's got like no food, 7 days of water. He needs this plane fixed. The little prince is trying to isn't trying to, but the little prince is distracting him basically. And the pilot ends up giving his attention to the little prince instead of focusing on the plane, specifically because the little prince needs him in that moment. This is a person who, no matter what is going on in their life, regardless of what is happening, they will drop everything to take care of you, and they will drop everything to make sure that you are okay, because you are the most important thing in their life. You are the person that they care about the most. You are the person who they love and who they cherish. And they will do anything and everything to show you that that is how they feel for you. They'll fight for you. This is a person that will fight for you. This is the kind of person who, if you were to ever get sick, or if anything, God forbid, were to ever happen to you, this is not someone who would ever shirk away from responsibility. This is not someone who would ever even imagine leaving you on your own. This is a person who would learn everything they possibly can, who would make sure to get everything correct, to know what they needed to know to make sure that you were taken care of and they could be a good caregiver. You know what I mean? And the star card with more Aquarius energy. This person has such well, one, this person has very high views, very lofty views. Again, this person also holds you in such incredibly high regard. They see you as a star. All right. What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? All right, and we've got Onyx, hard to control and rough around the edges. Yeah, again, with that energy of both the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands, this person, when they put their mind to something, when they decide they're going to fight for something, they go all in. It is impossible to rein them in. This is definitely someone who goes balls to the wall when they decide that they want to do something. They go all out. They'll go all out for your relationship. They'll go all out for you. They go all out for everything that they believe in. And it is very, it can come off as very, I'm getting like almost abrasive with how much energy they put into it, rough around the edges, right? Like it can be almost difficult to, it can be almost difficult to take how intense this person can be when they decide to be intense. And we've got Doduo, constantly alert, even-minded, quick on their feet. Constantly alert, quick on their feet. Again, very intense. When this person wants to, they can move very quickly. They think very fast. They're very highly intelligent, and they're very good at thinking outside of the box. This is definitely someone who has very, very broad, like, they see the big picture. Aquarius is very big picture energy. This is someone who sees the big picture, and they don't get lost in the trees of the situation. They're very even-minded. They can look at a situation and really gauge what's going on without being biased to it. Even with how they believe in things, even with how strongly they feel for things, they're very good at looking at a situation and being unbiased about it, taking in all the information there and reacting to all of it equally and justly. Yeah, definitely high morals. This person has very, very strong morals. All right, what more can we know, please, about your future spouse? All right, and we've got Ghastly, unusual sense of humor, loves to have fun, loves horror media. Yeah, this is a very, very unorthodox person. For some of you, this will be someone in like a niche aesthetic community, like someone who considers themselves to be goth or someone who considers themselves to be punk. Like, regardless, this is someone who is a little bit unorthodox. I think I mentioned that at the very beginning with the Aquarius energy, with all of this Aquarius energy. Like, this is definitely someone who is very unique, has very, very alternative styling, has very, very alternative flavoring, and has a very specific sense of humor. I'm getting that this is someone who has a very strong sense of humor, but it's very, very specific. Like, for some people, you need to get used to their sense of humor. It has a very specific flavor, and this person, again, can be very, very intense. They do not hold back. So I'm getting that they can be a lot to get used to initially. This person comes on very, very strong. They don't necessarily mean to, but they do come on very, very strong. Loves to have fun is there though, and it does stick out. This is someone who at their core just wants everyone to have a good time. I mentioned that block party or energy earlier. They just want everybody to have a good time. They want everybody to be safe. They want everyone to be happy. They want everyone to feel like they are equally seen and heard and loved. I'm getting almost hippie vibes. Like, this is someone who they want everyone to feel equally cared for, and they want everyone to be equally cared for. We've got coughing. Shy, dislikes conflict, strong constitution. So strong constitution comes out there with that five of wands energy. Again, this is someone who's not afraid to argue for what they believe in. They are not afraid to fight for what they believe in. Dislikes conflict. I am getting that this person doesn't like it. Like, they don't like being disliked. Again, this person is very, very, at their core, they want everyone to have fun, and fighting is not having a good time. The Five of Wands is not the Five of Swords. You know what I mean? Ultimately, this person wants everyone to be friends. They want everyone to love each other and to care for each other. But I'm getting that they are rather realistic, and they do understand that, like, letting people walk all over them is not how you get respect. And ultimately, this person values respect. This is definitely someone who values respect, who wants to be respected because they respect other people. They don't want people to trample on their rights because they would never do that to another person. And we've got Pidgey. Good homekeeper, good with directions, and adventurous. Adventurous and good with directions come out there. This is someone who likes to travel. This is definitely someone who likes to travel. I'm getting that this is someone who likes to get to know other people's cultures. They like to be involved with other people's cultures. They like to really... I'm getting they like to really immerse themselves in the world around them. This is the kind of person who would go to a different country and do like a homestay program or something like that. Good homekeeper. And this person does like being... I'm getting that they can be a bit of a homebody sometimes too, though. Like, if they get comfortable at home, if they get really comfortable where they're at, it can be a little bit of a distraction for them, even. Sorry about that. Anyway, we've got Tentacool. Environmentalist, loves the water, sensitive to the sun. Environmentalist. Again, this is someone who has very strong beliefs. They definitely have very, very strong beliefs and very strong morals that they are more than willing to fight for. And that they're more than willing to stand up for. I'm hearing if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Like, this is someone who, again, I'm not getting that they're argumentative at all. Like, they don't like to argue. I'm even getting that this is the kind of person that doesn't necessarily like to debate. They just don't... They understand that nothing will ever get done if you don't speak up for yourself. Like, closed mouths don't get fed, basically. You know what I mean? And this person isn't trying to watch the things they care about go and fall by the wayside. We've got Sparrow. Always alert, natural leader, good with words. Natural leader sticks out there. This is definitely someone who's very good at morale. I'm getting that this is someone who's very, very good at whipping up a crowd, really, really good at getting people excited for a cause. Someone who's good with people. This is just someone who's very good with people, very good with the community, very good with community, basically. And we've got Polywag, resilient, loves the water, and cute. Now, resilient stands out the most there. This is definitely someone who's been through some things. I'm getting that that's why they have such strong beliefs, because they're connected to the beliefs and to the issues that they fight for rather intimately. That's why they're part of the communities that they fight for. You know what I mean? Like, everything that they fight for, it's very, very personal to them. So they're very resilient in their fight. They're very resilient in that uphill battle for respect and recognition. All right. What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? Alright, and we've got the manic pixie dream girl, regularly idealized, hard to get to know intimately, secretive about their private life, not goal oriented or focused on personal growth, doesn't like to settle down, misunderstood. Sensitive about their private life is kind of what I'm getting. Again, this is someone, and I feel like I mentioned this at the very beginning, this is someone who they're very, very for the community, but they're very, very, they keep that community energy separate from like their private personal life. Like they have very, even talking about it is difficult. They have secrets. This is a person who, like, they like to keep their secret secret. They have personal information about themselves that they like to keep personal. And for most of these people I'm getting, it's things that they've been through. Like, they haven't necessarily had the easiest life. They've been through some stuff. And it can be very difficult for them to talk to other people about it. It can be very difficult for them to be open and vulnerable with other people about that kind of thing. It's easy to be open and a part of a community. It's a lot harder when, like, the spotlight is focused on you and everything is highlighted individually with you. You know what I mean? This person likes to be of the community. They don't like having the spotlight directly on them all the time. And I'm getting that because they're a natural leader, that's something that's a little bit misunderstood about them. The people around them don't quite understand that, like, they really just don't like having the focus set on them like that, in that kind of way. And I've got ESTP, extroversion, sensing, thinking, perceiving, artesian, fun-loving, center of attention, popular, performer, spontaneous, hands-on learners, good taste, enjoys the finer things in life, can be impatient and manipulative, very good with words, and likes immediate results. So enjoys the finer things in life. This is someone who really enjoys art. Like, I think that I've mentioned this already, but this is someone who has very artistic tastes. They really like art. That is the kind of finer things in life that they enjoy. This is a very creative, artesian sort of person. And we've got the rebel outlaw. Difficult to work with, get along with, can be immature, pushes just to push, shady personal business dealings, morally ambiguous in methodology. So morally ambiguous in methodology sticks out the most there. Again, this is someone who's willing to fight like the underdog to get results, basically. Like, this is a rebel with a cause. This is someone who is not afraid to show up at the protests. They're not afraid to show up at the die-ins. You know what I mean? This is a person who is very willing to put their safety and themselves on the line to get results for the things that they believe in. I'm not getting anything like... I'm getting strong protest energy, basically. This is someone who, they like to have their voice heard, and they like to have their community voice heard. And we've got ENFJ, Extroversion, intuition, feeling, and judging. Idealist, open to new ideas, creative. Teacher, organized, insightful, and communicative. Empathetic, loyal, works well in groups. People oriented, prefers to keep a schedule. Idealist and open to new ideas. This is definitely an idealist. That keeps coming up. This person has such lofty ideals. This person has such big goals for the world and for themselves and for their community. And we've got ISTP, introversion, sensing, thinking, and perceiving. Artesian, flexible, adaptable, comfortable in a crisis. Crafter, forward thinker, tolerant and logical. Quiet, seeks efficiency and precision, doesn't like wasting time, unafraid of new experiences. Doesn't like wasting time and unafraid of new experiences. This person is very brave, regardless of the fact that they risk putting themselves in the spotlight every time they do. This person will always push themselves and always find their way outside of their comfort zone because they really want to fight for what they believe in. They're an idealist. Artesian is also, this is the second Artesian to come out. Again, this is a very artistic person. I'm getting that can be, it's a part of like their private personal life too. Like this is someone who's very loud and boisterous in what they believe in, and they keep like the finer things in life very close to their heart. Like the more soft, sensitive parts of themselves, they keep kind of locked up. They're saving it for someone like you. They're saving it for their other half. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, last but certainly not least, we are on pile number 4 with the Jack of Diamonds. Now, Jack of Diamonds is indicative of Knight of Pentacles, so that's Virgo energy. We're looking at a very hard worker. We're looking at someone, and I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, you already know this person. This is someone who you've met, someone who, I'm not getting like an ex or anything like that, but it's someone that you know. It'll just be for some of you, but that's definitely a feeling that's coming through. Other than that, this is someone who's a very hard worker. Someone who is very methodical, someone who likes routine, someone very organized for sure. Regardless of what kind of work they do, they excel at the work that they do. This is definitely someone who might have a little bit of an issue when left to their own devices with overworking themselves. Definitely a caregiver, though. This is someone who health matters a lot to them. They're very health focused. They're very like health centered. This is the kind of person who would take care of you through a cold or take care of you through having like the flu or something. They are slow moving though. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all the knights. This is someone who, yeah, Queen of Cups with that Cancer internal energy. This is someone who they would want to get to know you first. They'd want to get to know you. They'd want to get to know who you are, what you're all about. This is definitely the kind of energy of like a classic courtship. This person would want to, they'd want to treat you right. They would want to take care of you. Queen of Cups energy is also very strong, like nurturing, caregiving energy. This is someone who would want to take care of you and who would want to make sure that you are always comfortable, always happy with them. Ultimately, your comfort would be their top priority. All right. What more can we know, please, about your future spouse? Definitely a good homemaker. This is someone who keeps a very good home and would keep a very good home with you. And we've got, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is a very, very hard worker, but a very hard worker who they see results for the work that they do. They are someone who is very calculated in the amount of work that they do. Again, they might be someone who, when left to their own devices, they overwork themselves, but they don't overwork themselves for nothing. They'll see like a promotion for it. They'll see a bonus for it. This is someone who works for their kingship. You know what I mean? The King of Cups coming up right after the Queen of Cups also. This is definitely someone who will see you as their other half. This is someone who sees you as their perfect match. And very, very complimentary, King and Queen of Cups. This is someone who is very, very in tune with their emotions and wants to be very in tune with yours as well. This is the kind of person who believes in like two bodies, one heart kind of deal. You know what I mean? They want to know you. They'll want to know their spouse intimately. They'll want to really, really have that kind of special connection with you. The Three of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who wants to take care of you when you are feeling down, when you're hurting, when you're feeling trapped, when you're feeling like things are going terribly. This is a person who wants to take care of you. This is someone who wants to take care of you and wants to keep everything in order for you. The Nine of Wands is about keeping all of your sticks in order in preparation for that Ten of Wands moment. You know what I mean? For that completion moment. This is someone who wants to be able to take care of you like that. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling out, they want to be able to keep everything in order for you. They want to make sure that everything is still going well for you. They want to make sure that you come out and you're celebratory. Everything is better. You can actually come out shining again when you're feeling ready, when you're feeling happy. This is definitely the kind of person who understands stuff like depression or anxiety. Someone who'd be very good at taking care of someone who has like mental illnesses of any sort. They're very patient. This is the energy of someone incredibly patient. For some of you, this is someone who works in medicine or in like caregiving of some sort. Definitely someone very intelligent and definitely someone very, very empathetic. This person is very good at reading people and they always see the best in people. This is someone who actively tries to see the best in people. Would be a very good parent. This person would be an incredibly good parent, regardless of whether or not you want kids or you want a family like that. This person would be very good at that. All right, what more can we know, please, about your future spouse? All right, and we've got the Judgment card. Yeah, this person will hold you on a little bit of a pedestal, and they'll also expect everyone else in their life to hold you on a little bit of a pedestal. This is the kind of person who will show you off to other people. Look at the way that he's holding that fox and everyone else is looking up at him. Like, this is the kind of person who wants to show you off to other people, who will want to show you off to other people. They will be very, very proud of you. This person is very proud of you. They're very proud of all your accomplishments, and they want to show that kind of thing off. And we've got the Seven of Cups. This is a person who has a lot of opportunities themselves, too. This is definitely someone who is, if they have not seen material abundance or material success yet, they will for sure see it at some point in this lifetime. They have a lot of opportunities available to them, and they're really good at keeping all those opportunities available to them. This person is very good at, I'm getting, keeping their options open, basically. That's why it'll be really special when they commit to you. When this is the energy of someone who's not really interested in a relationship. Like when they meet you, when they really start getting to know you, they're not going to be interested in a relationship. It'll come as like kind of a surprise to them, and probably to you too, I'm getting. Like this is the energy of someone who's very focused on their own thing. They're very focused on their own life, and they're very focused on all the options that they have available to them in that moment. But when they catch sight of you, everything will stop. Like this is a person who, once they catch sight of you, everything else will stop mattering quite as much. All the other cups will kind of disappear, and the one holding you will be more obvious. And we've got the Hermit. This is definitely someone who needs this is a more introverted person. The Hermit card is also more Virgo energy. Again, with that routine, organized energy. This is someone who is very, very, I'm getting the word punctual even, like someone who is very traditionally on top of things, and they need time alone to recuperate. This is definitely someone who is more naturally introverted than they are extroverted, and they'll need time to themselves to recover. And I'm getting that they'll need you to understand that. And that's something that you'll have to be a little bit understanding of, that sometimes this person is going to really need time to themselves to recover, because being out and about in the world is a little bit overwhelming for them, or can be a little bit overwhelming for them. And we've got the Three of Wands. This person is a really good homemaker. I think I've already mentioned that. This person is a very, very good homemaker. This specific Three of Wands is depicted by the little prince taking care of his planet. This person likes having a good home. They like having a nice home. I'm getting that this is someone who, having people over, like, you have to be special to come over to their house. Basically, their house is very much kind of like their sanctuary area, their solitude area, the place where they can recover. And when they start having you over, when they start allowing you into like their private space like that, it'll be very special. It'll mark a very special, monumental moment for them and for your relationship together. This is also someone who wants to take care of you very traditionally. This is someone who wants to cook for you, someone who wants to clean for you, someone who wants to keep a nice house for you. This is someone who doesn't mind going to work and then coming home and having a nice house prepared. You know what I mean? This would also be someone who wouldn't be afraid to be like a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. Like, this is the kind of energy of someone who's very adaptable in that kind of scenario. What they want more than anything is for their home and for their family to be comfortable and safe. So they're willing to make sacrifices for that. They're willing to put themselves out of their comfort zone or put themselves in new situations so they can keep their family and their house comfortable. And it would be a huge thing for this person to be like a stay-at-home parent in any capacity, because again, this is someone who really, really enjoys working, who has like a whole lot of goals for themselves and a whole lot of goals for their life. I'm getting meeting you will change a whole lot of what they want out of life though. Like you're going to make them start reevaluating some beliefs that they held for a very long time. And we've got the Two of Cups. This is someone very romantic. This is definitely someone very romantic. This is someone who's a bit of a dreamer. I'm getting that this is someone who wants to cook for you. Very specifically, the way that he's pouring water onto the rose there, and the way that there's a frying pan cooking there. This is someone who wants to cook for you. This is someone who, again, wants to take care of you in very traditional ways. And we've got the Nine of Swords. This is someone who I'm getting might struggle a little bit with depression themselves. That might be why they are so good with handling other people's like mental and physical ailments, because they themselves suffer from a little bit of depression. I am getting that that's something that you might have to be a little bit patient with them, especially at the beginning of getting to know them. I'm I'm getting that this is a very private thing for them. Like, it's not like they're very open. It's not like anyone's very open about their mental situation, right? But I'm getting that it's very private for them. It'll be, again, much like having you over to their house. It'll be a very special situation when they start like really opening up to you about the fact that they might not always be happy. They might have some times when they need a little bit of help being happy. And we've got Jinx, excellent dancer, fun at parties, eye-catching. Strong Leo energy coming through with that card. This is someone who, despite everything, still knows how to command attention. This is someone who, and I'm getting that that might be part of why they like really need time to like recuperate. They really need time to like get that hermit mode in, because when they're out and about, they're out and about. People watch them. They have eyes on them. Like, they can genuinely be the center of attention wherever they go. And it can be a little bit overwhelming for someone, I'm getting, who has a little bit of issues with that kind of thing, who isn't maybe as extroverted as they might come off. Because I'm definitely getting that this person comes off as rather extroverted, but that's not, with all this Virgo energy, that's not actually the case. They really need introverted time to like recover and recoup. I'm getting that they're going to find that in you, though. There's something very comforting about this energy. This person is going to find a lot of comfort in you. You're going to be a very, very safe space for them. I'm getting that they have to be strong in their daily life. Like, they feel like they have to be very strong in their daily life. They feel like they can't be vulnerable in their normal day-to-day. So it'll be very special when they start being vulnerable with you. It'll be really important, especially to them, when they start being vulnerable with you. And we've got Tentacle, environmentalist, loves the water, sensitive to the sun. I'm getting that this is someone who likes to travel. Specifically, what I was about to say is take vacations, like scenic vacations. This is someone who I'm getting has finer taste. They work really hard so they can play really hard, basically. This is someone who really likes to travel. And we've got Mr. Mime, good homekeeper, good friend, and creative. We're talking about good homekeeping. Again, this is someone who really wants to keep a good home for you. This is someone who really wants to take care of you in a very traditional way. Part of taking care of you in a traditional way, though, is spoiling you rotten. And again, we were talking about that scenic vacation. Like, this is someone who really likes to travel, who really likes to see things, who really likes to experience things. I am getting that they do like to experience things in like a really controlled way, though. This is someone who might have a little bit of control issues. It comes with having a little bit of anxiety as well. This person might have a little bit of issues with anxiety, just small issues with anxiety. So it might lead to them being a little bit controlling with their environment, we'll say. So they do like to experience things, but they prefer to experience things from a very controlled point of view. I'm getting like nice dinners, private movies, like the finer things in life. All right, what more can we know, please, about your future spouse? We've got Goldine, graceful, beautiful, and likes freedom. So graceful and beautiful come out there. They match Virgo very well. This is definitely someone who's very light on their feet. I believe Jinx came out earlier with excellent dancer as well. For some of you, this is someone who's a very good dancer, who's literally just a very good dancer. For all of you though, this is someone who's very light on their feet. They're very graceful. They're very graceful in their movements. They're very graceful in how they hold themselves. I'm getting for most of you, this is also someone who's very graceful in their speech and likes freedom. I'm getting that this is someone who doesn't like to be tied down. Again, they have options. They're used to having options. This is not someone who likes to be tied down. It will be very, very special when they meet you and they don't only want to be tied down, they want to like hardcore commit. Like that'll be very special. It'll be a very special moment for them. And we've got Zubat. Good listener, night owl, knows what to say. Knows what to say. This person is going to be very good at, and good listener. They'll be very good at comforting you. I'm getting that this is someone who is likely because of their own issues with mental health. And I am just some guy. I'm not trying to diagnose anyone, I promise. But for some of you, because of their own issues with mental health, they are very well trained in like calming people down. Like they know how to do like grounding exercises. Basically, they're very good at comforting people. They know how to like be there for someone who's going through something or having a panic attack. Like this is someone who's very, very good to have around for comforting or for basically just for taking care of someone. For some of you, this is a medic. Like for some of you, the reason why this person knows so much about this is not because they have their own issues, but because they are a medic. They work in the medical field, or they work in like counseling or something like that, where they're actively helping people feel better and work through their problems. And we've got Scyther, strong, agile, and good with their hands. Yeah, this is someone very talented. This is definitely someone very talented. Again, they're very good at what they do. They have all of these options and they have all of these eyes on themselves because they're very good at what they do. Whatever that may be, whatever talent that may be, it'll be individual to everyone, but regardless, this person is incredibly good at what they do. And we've got Squirtle, team player, fun-loving, and cool-headed. Team player sticks out the most there. I'm getting natural leader vibes. This is someone who's also very well liked. Someone very popular, very well liked within their group of friends. And we've got the ruler, natural leader. Yeah, a natural leader. Natural leader, always at the top of the pack, high social status, access to money and resources, clear vision of personal success, sees the bigger picture, willing to make sacrifices for success. That is a lot, and I feel like it doubles down on a lot of what we've already talked about. Clear vision of personal success and willing to make sacrifices for success. Again, this is someone who, when you meet them, they are not looking for love. This is someone who's not looking to be tied down. This is someone who's not looking to be distracted from what they're doing. They are very focused on themselves and what they've got going on. It'll be a very, very abnormal thing for you to catch their attention so thoroughly. And we've got high social status, access to money and resources. Again, this is someone who likes the finer things in life. This is definitely someone who likes the finer things in life, who really likes experiencing life through that kind of lens. They work hard so they can play hard. And we've got the ingenue. Morally pure, only good intentions, and only expects good intentions from others. Naturally sweet, honest, kind-hearted, and naturally charming. And so expects good intentions from others. This is someone who sees the good in other people, who actively tries to see the good in other people. I'm getting that sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for them because sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for all of us to see the good in people. But this is someone who, for the most part, they put in a lot of effort to being able to say that they give people chances and that they honestly try to make sure that everyone gets a solid chance in their eye. And we've got damsel in distress. Classically beautiful, innocent, loving and romantic, big heart, ethereal, almost magical disposition. That's the second innocent to come out here. This is definitely someone who I'm getting can be a little bit easy to manipulate. This is someone who can be a little bit easy to take advantage of because they have a very big heart, is what I'm getting. I'm definitely getting that this person has been burnt before. So they're a little bit more cautious about that, and that's likely why they're not looking to be tied down. They're not looking to be tied down to anyone or anything because they've been burnt by people and things before. And they're not looking to waste their time on anything anymore. You know what I mean? It'll be a big show of trust just how much they are willing to give up for you to be with you and around you, basically. Classically beautiful. This is also someone who's very, very classically attractive. I'm getting very, very classic good looks. And we've got INTP, introversion. Yeah, I knew that there was going to be an introversion that comes out. This is definitely someone who needs to recoup in private. Introversion, intuition, thinking and perceiving. Rational, innovative, insightful, logical, and practical. Philosopher, original thinker, scholarly and thoughtful. Dislikes structure, values freedom and independence. Prefers to work and create alone. More interested in abstract ideas than social interactions. Insightful, logical, and practical. This is definitely a person who is they're good at seeing the big picture. This person is very, very good at seeing the big picture. And it comes with having so many options available to them. And it comes with it comes with putting in all the work that they put into everything that they do. And we've got the caregiver. Always wants to care for those they love, acts of service is love language, unwaveringly loyal to those they love, kill them with kindness mentality. Kill them with kindness mentality sticks out the most there. Again, this is someone who absolutely looks for the best in other people, who really tries to see the good in people regardless of how people have burnt them or regardless of how the world has maybe done them dirty sometimes. This is someone with a giant heart, someone with a really, really big heart that when you meet them, they're going to be very protective of it. And it'll be a very, very big, good moment for them when they realize that they can give that heart to you and feel safe about it. It's a very lovely energy, and it's a very, very classic romance story energy. It's lovely. All right, loves, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope it was fun. I hope it was enlightening. I will see you next time. Bye.